What we're looking at right here is known as a Cartesian diver. Squeeze the bottle, the diver goes down. Release the pressure, and the diver goes up. And then you can sort of stop it right in between too as well. Sort of hover right there in the middle for a little while, and then continue on down. The Cartesian Diver. Alright, today we're going to try to make a Cartesian diver using a small vial and a rubber stopper with a hole in it. The first thing we got to do is fill this thing with water, and we want to have it only partially filled with water so that when we put the cap on nice and tight and there's a hole in it and we tip it upside down and put it in the water, we want this thing to be able to float, but we only want it to just barely be able to float. So I'm going to eliminate a little bit more water here and get a little bit more air inside that. In that case, it's just barely ready to float. See, if I push it, it'll go down and then slowly it comes back up. Alright, maybe just a little bit more air. Alright, so take out a little bit more of the water. Okay, now it's floating just about right. Give it a little tap and it sinks down but comes back up. Alright, the closer it is to just barely floating, the easier it will be to actually make dive when you put in the bottle. Alright, the next thing we need to do then is take the label off and completely fill the 2-liter bottle with water. Alright, be right back. Okay, we got the 2-liter bottle completely filled all the way to the top on this, so we have the water up to the very top. It's important that we don't leave any airspace in there. And then what we do is we take the diver with this air bubble in it and we just put that right in there. It'll overflow a little bit, that's good. And we want no air bubbles inside the large bottle. And then we put the cap on nice and tight. Alright, at that point we are ready to dive. See how the thing is floating there? If I squeeze the bottle then, it's going to change the air bubble inside that diver and then it makes it go down. And then when I release the pressure, it comes back up. Alright, our Cartesian diver. If you squeeze it just partially, you can sort of make it stop right in the middle. Use your mind control to make it go down and up and down and up. Now, if you take a close look at that diver inside there, let's bring it down so that we can kind of see here. Alright, you can see how there's an air bubble on the top part of it. And if I squeeze really hard here, you can see that it changes the size of that air bubble. As the pressure in the liquid flows right through the liquid all the way inside the little bubble, and it will squeeze that air bubble, changing the size of it. When the air bubble is large, it floats. When the air bubble is small, then it sinks. You can change the size of that air bubble on the inside of the little diver there. Alright, that's known as the Cartesian diver.